today we're going to be covering a really popular topic at the moment, and that is strobing. So I'm sorry right off the bat for bursting anyone's bubble, but strobing is basically just highlighting the living daylights out of your face. So you don't use contour, you don't use bronzer, it's just highlight and blush, and the point is to give you a really youthful, dewy, soft, glowy look, and it's supposed to be the anti-contour, which means that hypothetically it's going to give you definition and shape to your face by highlighting very specific areas of your face rather than darkening certain areas. So I have my own opinion on strobing, but I'm gonna save that for the end of the video. For now, let's just jump right into the demo so you guys can see it in action. Okay, so for strobing, I'm gonna use the MAC Mineralized Skinfinish in the color Global Glow. It's a little darker than Soft and Gentle, so it's more suited for medium to dark skin tones. This is gonna look stunning. So the areas that we're gonna highlight, or I guess strobe, are we highlighting or are we strobing? Okay, we're gonna highlight. You wanna get the forehead, above the arches on both sides, the tops of the cheekbones, underneath the hollows of the cheeks here, the chin, the cupid's bow, the tip of the nose, the inner corner of the eye, and the brow bone. For my brushes, I'm going to use the Smashbox Travel Fan Brush. It's the exact same as their normal fan brush, but it's just the travel size. And then for my cupid's bow and my inner corner and brow bone, I'm going to use the Real Techniques shading brush. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. Let's start strobing. Okay, so I have this half of my face done strobed, and this half of my face has no highlighter on it yet. So that's non-strobed, and that's strobed. You definitely can see a difference when I tilt or when I get a little bit of light. So let me just go ahead and do this side of my face. We're gonna do the cheekbones, under the hollows of the cheeks. We'll just do the tip of the nose, the chin, forehead, center, and then above the arch of the brow, and then a little bit onto the cupid's bow. Finally, the inner corner. And then onto the brow bone. We'll just amp it up. That is it for the highlight. Now let me go ahead and put blush. This is the Urban Decay Afterglow 8-Hour Powder Blush in the color Crush. So that's the color. And I'm using my good old Nars Yachiyo blush brush. So this is the final strobing effect on my face. So now I'm going to go ahead and do kind of my opinion with some pros and some cons for strobing. Let me start out with the pros. My first pro is that I'm a highlighter junkie. I love highlighted, dewy, glowing skin. So my second pro is that even though strobing is not a term for anything crazy new and revolutionary, giving highlighting a cool trendy name is going to draw a lot of attention to highlighting. So I like the fact that people are going to be more aware and more knowledgeable of how to highlight and all the correct places to hit with the highlighter. And my third pro is that yes, all said and done, so much highlighter on your face is going to give you really glowy, dewy, fresh, youthful looking skin, and more, I guess, than highlighting extremely, the lack of contour and bronzer is also going to aid in that softer look. So now on to my cons for strobing. I have 3 cons. My first con is that I am through and through still a diehard contour believer. I am a huge fan of highlight, like I said, but I'm a fan of highlight with balance. So where you're creating and adding light to certain parts of your face, I'm a firm believer that you still need to darken other areas of your face to give yourself balance and symmetry. You can still get a really pretty glowy effect with a contour, but I still feel that a contour or a bronzer, some kind of added definition is really important. I'm saying this also because if you Google strobing and you see the majority of the pictures that show up, so many of the pictures that come up for strobing are models. So they are generally already super slim, have really chiseled faces, and naturally most of them have pretty high cheekbones. So they automatically have a lot of definition to their face even without makeup. For most normal people though, at least I'm speaking for myself for sure, I don't have those natural shadows in my face, so I just feel happier and more confident and more put together when I can create added definition to my face and I have that balance of light and dark. I just feel like it's a more put together, holistic kind of a look. My second con with strobing is that if you are brown, like if you have medium to dark skin tone, I really don't know how great strobing is. I personally feel that on my skin tone it's too much, specifically because when you have very fair skin, you can get away with a lot more highlighting around your face because there's less of a discrepancy between your natural skin tone and the highlight shade. If you have darker skin, there's going to be a greater discrepancy because anything with shimmer shows up lighter. So even if it's not in real life, in photos with flash specifically, your highlight is going to show up a lot stronger. So if you have medium to dark skin, you're going to have patches of white all over your face, which I am not a fan of. Specifically here, this really bothered me because even now you can see it, there's just kind of a striped line here, which I don't know what it's doing for my face. It's not really doing anything. If you have medium to dark skin, I would definitely use highlighter. Go crazy with highlighter, but use it only in specific places and use certain tones of highlighter. And I will be doing a separate highlighter video for you guys, so stay tuned. My third con is that if you have oily skin, you're just gonna look extra oily even if you're actually not. Specifically because our T-zone area is generally what gets oiliest fastest. So if you have oily skin, that's usually where you would see yourself getting shiny first. So when you're strobing and you're adding extra light into your T-zone area, it's just going to mimic the effect that you're already shiny in this area. There are ways, if you have oily skin, to still get that glowy, dewy, fresh effect. And I'm going to do a video on that too, so stay tuned. But oily skin, strobing, not so much. Stay out of the T-zone with a shiny highlight if you have oily skin. That is all I have for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed my strobing breakdown. Is it just me, or does strobing sound like a dance move? Like, you know, you have the robot and now you have strobing, like voguing? I don't know. I think it's maybe just me. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you guys thought about the video and also what your thoughts on strobing are. And as always, leave a comment with any video requests you guys have for me. But until my next video, I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys!